Before I get started with this video, I need to apologize to my friends and relatives about the fact that you see me standing here wearing a Clemson shirt. I know it doesn't look right with the Carolina hat, okay, but you see what the situation is. I'm getting ready to go up in them woods right over there and do a little photographic journey. And I'm wearing bright orange because every now and then I'll hear the crack of a rifle or the blast of a shotgun in there, which means that somebody's either target shooting or they're doing some illegal hunting, some poaching back in there. You know, periodically you'll see the police cars coming down the road saying, hey, where'd that gunfire come from? There's a lot of woods back in there. I estimate there's, in this whole area surrounding Williams Lane here, there's probably close to 200, at least 200 acres that have remained undeveloped. But the reason I'm doing this is so that they'll recognize me as something other than a deer or a duck or more likely a turkey. I've been accused of worse, believe me. What you got to say there, bud? Huh? Looks like there's two of you. Okay, Mr. Possum, we're going to see what we can do about getting you back into the woods. Hey, I'm glad you made it over here. You need to see this pine tree back here. It is truly amazing. You can't really appreciate how big this pine tree is until you get a human being standing behind it or next to it. I think this is probably the biggest pine tree in the woods behind me here, if not the biggest pine tree in Hanahan. West Virginia pulp and paper. Them signs used to be all through these woods until they started clearing them all out. This is what's left. And there's where they keep the bodies buried. Yeah, I think you might be right. Let's go on the way down here. There's a big drop off up there. In case anybody's wondering, that's Mr. X behind me. He didn't want his picture taken. He's afraid of the soul capturing device. No, I'm just kidding. Well, you got the stick to prove it. Hold up that stick. Dang. Twist it around a little bit.
I do, this way.
Ooh, man. That definitely says low country all over it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here we go. We're going into a real decline down here now.
Boy, I didn't want to put a tool in all this.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, man, when it rains down here, this whole area is inundated. They're going to have to come in here with 3 feet of topsoil or 3 feet of soil before they could build any kind of school down here. I know for a fact because I used to drive one of those triaxle trucks when they were building a school out in Mount Pleasant. It was in a bog, and we used to have to go in there with fill dirt, and they'd pull us out with bulldozers. It was so low. And then we'd go get another load and repeat the process. Oh, this is nice down here. Look at this. I guess this is what might be called a washout area. It's not a really active creek as such, but man, when it rains, I mean, it pours. You can see from the depth. Look at the erosion on that bank over there. Okay, now coming through the woods and end here, and you can see what lies ahead here. This is the townhouse development right here.
Much of the Hanahan neighborhood known as Tanner Plantation was previously owned by Westvaco. In the process of overseeing the transition to housing, Westvaco saw fit to deed 2 parcels of land to the city of Hanahan. Both parcels were roughly 21 acres in size and were directly across the street from each other in the middle of a short dead-end road called Williams Lane. There's a large map in the zoning office at City Hall in Hanahan. On this map, you will see these 2 parcels of land encircled in ink with the words City Park written in. I think this is a great idea. Consider this. Over 4,000 homes have been constructed in Tanner Plantation over the past 10 years. Several thousand more will be built in the next few years on a large tract behind the new apartment complex on Tanner Ford Boulevard. To date, not 1 square foot of public recreation area has been constructed for the residents of Tanner Plantation. Contrast that with the huge recreational opportunities across the bridge and the older sections of Hanahan. In driving down Railroad Avenue, I counted 7 lighted baseball fields. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh yes, there's also a covered picnic area, a senior citizen center, and, of course, a batting cage. The latest addition to this recreation complex is an amphitheater right on the Goose Creek Reservoir. This is a beautiful landmark. It also features a paved nature walk. Surely the city government of Hanahan is to be commended for its commitment to build, service, and maintain these treasures, which I forgot to mention also includes a really nice boat landing with ample parking. I guess the main question that I have about all this is, when is our time going to come? Tanner Plantation needs a community park and a little nature walk. Is that too much to ask? I would submit that Williams Lane would be the place to build such a project. Westvaco seemed to think so as well.